Welcome back to the Cord Cutters News Tech Lab. Today we're going to be breaking down 10 free apps that cord cutters should be trying in 2026. Now, increasingly, one of the most popular and fast-growing areas in cord cutting is free ad-supported streaming, as people still pay for paid ad-free services or ad-supported services. Increasingly, they want to cut back on that and use free services to supplement their lineup or to take advantage of things like local news and others. So we're going to break down 10 of the ones I recommend you try out, and hopefully we help you decide to give something a try. Now, if you've been around here, some of these are going to be repeats, but do you have an app you recommend for Roku? Leave me a comment. Let me know what Roku TV, Roku app you would recommend. Hopefully, we help somebody new learn something new in 2026. If you like what we do here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And we post videos almost every day breaking down the world of cord cutting to try to help you break free from the high cost of TV, but still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, I'm demonstrating this on a Roku Ultra. It works on all Roku players, all Roku TVs these apps do, starting off with Zumo Play. Now, Zumo Play is a free ad-supported streaming service owned by NBC Universal and has tons of channels. Now, while it competes directly with Pluto TV and others, definitely not as well known. Now, it has a huge lineup of different movies and channels here and TV channels. You see all kinds of categories like crime, reality, and more. You can just go through all of them here. Just tons and tons of stuff, including things like NBC, since it's owned by NBC, Comedy Vault here with like Will and Grace currently playing, but other stuff. And third-party deals. It's not just NBC Universal content, but you got things like Hallmark movies and more in here. Ion Television and more with them. Now, the truth is, you're going to see a lot of these channels repeat across different streaming services, but each one kind of has their own thing. With this being owned by NBC Universal, it has a little bit more NBC Universal content. Not only does it have channels, it also has on-demand movies and television shows with this too. You see a great lineup, again, a lot of NBC Universal, but other programs here, from lesser known stuff to more well-known I Spy, different types of movies and TV shows included with this, and all kinds of different categories here with this. So pretty nice lineup of content here available with it. So let's keep moving along though. So Zumo Play, you can find this in your Roku player store or your Roku TV store with that. Hey, one of the big things I get is local news requests. Now I'm going to show you a couple, but this one is an example of an app that's available on many different stations out there. Your local TV station may have a dedicated Roku app where you can watch live news, on-demand news, and more available about your area. You see, this is owned by Scripps. Scripps stations, Nexstar, and others out there do have ones. I'm going to put my hand up here. You see all these different categories here, and you can even go in here and watch different news, weather, and programs. And when it's live, you get live here with it too. Now, unfortunately, YouTube is extremely aggressive recently with copyright on that, so I make sure I cover that real quick. But check your local station. Search for their call letters on it. Not all will, but you'd be surprised how many stations do have a ton of free news and programs available through it. Great way to get local weather, news, and more happening near you, especially if you live in an area where an antenna is not a good option. Well, in recent years, many cable networks have shut down their apps on things like Roku and Fire TVs. Adult Swim still has theirs up, and they have quite a bit of content here with us. There you go, shows. All right. You see here, huge catalog. You see it auto-played right into a live episode of Rick and Morty. But look at this catalog of shows and programs here. Lots of great Adult Swim content for free, both new stuff and classic programs like Futurama and more in here. And it's constantly rotating in here with it for you to check out. So if you haven't yet checked out Adult Swim, you got the anime of Rick and Morty, you got the regular season 8 programs here, you got Sailor Moon, Samurai Jack, full episodes of some stuff here, C-Lab. Let's jump into one of these, give you an idea what you can find here. You can find several different episodes here, all streaming included with it. Now, you see there's just a few episodes here of season 1. If you have a cable login, you can log in and get more content or supported streaming one. But you can also find a lot of collection of content here. Adult Swim is a great app. Check it out. If you're a fan of Adult Swim content, you'll find a lot out there. Hey, I showed you one news app, but there are several apps out there that can bring a ton of news programs together into one spot. And this is one of them. You can see right here in my local area, my local CBS, but they also have weather and news from all over the country in different spots here where you can do that. You can check out local news, but there's also national news in here in this app. You can get ET, Inside Edition, CBS 24/7, and more with this. The nice thing about this is I've talked about apps like this in the past where, hey, there may be a hurricane down in Florida. Sometimes the best news of those kind of things is actually getting it from the local stations. And these national apps allow you to do that. NewsOn is another one that's going to eventually be merged in there. Haystack News is another great option out there, and more with it. So check that out. Link in the show notes down below if you want to check it out. Let's keep moving along because there's a lot to cover here. Did you know Roku has a built-in guide of live free content with hundreds of channels in their live guide? A lot of people skip over this because they think it's for like the cable box or their antenna. But there's actually hundreds of live streaming channels here. Again, like Law & Order, Cops 24/7, The First 48 from A&E, Ion Mysteries, Live PD Presents 2020. The list goes on. You can go into different categories. Let's check out sports. Look at this. NFL channel, Sports Grid, NBA, MLB 24/7, Roku Sports, Top Gear in here, HBO Boxing, UFC content, PGA Tour. Look at their classic. Right now, they're looking at classic re-airing of a tournament. All kinds of different content, movies, television shows, and more, all available free, built into your Roku, right through the Roku Live Guide. Just look for this Live Guide app. It's pre-installed on your Roku, and you'll find it. You don't need a TV. It works also on streaming players with that. Speaking of which, a lot of that content comes from the Roku channel. Well, that may give you access to the live channels. The Roku channel, if you download it, also gives you live on demand, plus all those same channels. But you can see here, lots of content. Now, one thing about the Roku channel is it also allows you to subscribe to things. Like you can get, if you subscribe to HBO Max through it, you can also get the Harry Potter. But check this out, lots of free content new this month. Amadeus Christmas, Godfather streaming for free, Goodfellas, 8 Seconds. Look, these are big name movies streaming for free with ads on your Roku through the Roku channel. There's a lot of other ones out here. Platoon, John Wick 4, just all kinds of well-known ones. Plus, they have to have deals. Like right now, 2 months of Holiday for 99 cents, Hallmark Plus for $1.99, and more with this. All kinds of content. Check out Pluto TV as another great, or the Roku channel. We're getting to Pluto TV as another great option out there for free movies and television shows. If you use the app instead of the live guide, not only do you get live channels, but you also get on-demand content with that. All right, Pluto TV I just talked about. Now, Pluto TV is one of the original founders of this free ad-supported revolution. Not the only one out there, but one of them. And they will always pop this up and they'll let you know, hey, you can either create an account or get limited features. Pluto TV has been cracking down on people who do not create an account. They want you to create an account, which is fine, but lots of content in here even if you don't have an account. So you can keep surfing here and watch this. Now, if you create an account, no credit card needed, it's 100% free. It allows you to pick up, resume where you left off, favorite channels, and more, and get you access to more content, but a lot in here. And you can see, since this is owned by Paramount, there's a lot of Paramount content in here. Like, if I go into sci-fi, you're going to find a lot of Star Trek content. Look at this, Star Trek 24/7, Pluto, Voyager, Pluto TV, Deep Space Nine. Other ones, X-Files was recently added. Every episode of the X-Files is available on demand, both the original and the reboot series, or the 2020 or the 2000 version, I should say. But also got Twilight Zone, Stargate, classic Doctor Who. The list goes on and on. Huge amount of content there streaming on Pluto TV. Much like how with Zumo Play, it's owned by NBC Universal. Since Pluto TV is owned by Paramount, a lot of the content in there is available from Paramount. That's not necessarily always available on all other services. Speaking of these different services, Tubi, owned by the Fox Corporation, so your local Fox broadcaster, it has a ton of content here. Now, it includes local news from local Fox affiliates, but also has a ton of on-demand content from Fox shows and other providers out there. Much like the others, they have a wide range of stuff in here. Jumanji, The Night Before, Men in Black 3, Men in Black 2, I'm sure Men in Black 1 is probably in here somewhere. The Fifth Element, Moon, all kinds of great movies in here. Arrival. So again, if you had an idea that these free ad-supported streaming services were like they were 10 years ago maybe, or not even 10 years ago, 5 years ago maybe, where it was just a bunch of B movies you've never heard of, it's really come a long ways and improved dramatically since then. So check that out with this. Even classics, Bill and Ted Excellent Adventures, Funny Farm, here's the original Men in Black, Bad Teacher. There's all kinds of great content in here. But hey, 2 more quick apps here with this, and I'm going to have to talk about these because I don't have access, but your public library, I got to get mine reattached. Apparently my public library account closed because I hadn't been to the physical library long enough. But did you know most public libraries offer free digital streaming of music, TV shows, movies, audiobooks, ebooks, and more? You may want to check your public library. You're paying taxes to help support it. Why don't you take advantage of it? Canopy, Hoopla Digital, and others are great options out there that give you things like movies and television shows for free with it. And the best part is, unlike these other ones, these don't even have ads on them. The content rotates often through them, just like all the others. There's usually a cap in how many titles you can check out at once. But you don't even have to go to the library. Once you get an account with your local library, you can log in and use your Canopy, your Hoopla Digital, or whatever it may be, to get your movies and television shows, ebooks, audiobooks, and more from home. So check that out. There's my recommendation. Definitely take advantage of your public library. So many options out there. Hopefully that helps you. Until next time, take care, be safe. I'll be back again real soon with another video, and happy 2026.